Hello friends again. I decided to finish this tonight. It's really late, but there's very little work to be done to finish it. It's the Gibson SG Vintage 1970s. Still got the old strings on. I'm going to remove the strings, put new strings on, and finish the setup. You are watching Guitar Quackery live. This is a live stream. So you might be watching it in replay. In fact, I know for a fact you're watching it in replay if you're hearing this, because I have 0 viewers. It's 3:05 a.m. And although I do have international viewers in different time zones, right now I have 0 viewers. Okay, so you are watching this in replay. And if you don't like live streams, if you prefer produced content, guitar-related tech content, then I have the other channel for you, Guitar Quackery, without the word live in its title. That's just Guitar Quackery, right? There you go. I'm removing the old strings. I'll be installing new strings, and we have an issue with the nut. Yeah, which will cause possibly some intonation issues. I explained everything in part 4. You're watching now part 5. And you can see close-ups and everything in part 4. I'm not going to go over everything now. So if you want to know what it is, it's advisable that you first watch part 4, obviously. The nut basically needs to be repaired, the B string especially. And it might cause some intonation issues. I did mess with the intonation a little bit off camera, and I was able to get some favorable results, but I was just doing it by ear. Now we'll use the tuner and we'll see what the tuner says. I often use just the tuner, the GarageBand tuner. So I plug in the guitar into my audio interface, and that's plugged into the computer, and then I use that tuner to do the intonation. I don't have it on right now, but I will. It's like right now the guitar is plugged into the amplifier. And I really just want to finish this guitar. I wanted to work on a bass tonight that really needs to be worked on, because it's about time I finish it. And I'm not going to be able to do that. It's just too late, unfortunately. So today is Saturday, so I'll come in tomorrow and do it tomorrow. I really don't want to do that, but the customer's been really, really patient, and I just can't make him wait anymore, any longer. But the bass has issues that aren't my fault. So that's also true. Factory issues. I don't know if I should be talking because I see that no one's watching. So what's the point? Except that somebody will be watching the replay. But replays of live streams are just not fun to watch, most of them. And I believe even more so these live streams, which are live streams that happen on the workbench. Why bother watching replays? There will just be another live stream eventually. Might not be the same project, kind of project, right? But it might have some other interesting issues. Anyway, I don't see myself watching replays of Guitar Tech live streams, so I don't know. But they get archived, so people can watch if they wish. Sometimes I read chats, and I might be able to answer questions, but keep in mind, I am at work, so this is my main focus. Sometimes I might be doing conventional live streams. I don't know yet. It's not really my thing, but I might give it a try. Might. That's the key word. I made a mistake in the previous live stream when I was filing the nut. I said that this guitar will have 10s on it. They're 11s actually, and there were 11s before. But the nut's been filed before, so I didn't have to touch up all of the string slots. And I double checked everything off camera. Everything's working fine with 11s. The 11s were on the guitar before as well. I'm glad I checked because I would have just put 10s on. But I always do check. The strings that I'm putting on are 11 to 49 D'Addario XS. Great strings. And yeah. I don't pre-stretch the strings much, just a little bit. Don't want to damage the wound strings. So yeah, it's late. It's 3:15 a.m. So that's the B string I'm tuning, which is the one that's going to give me intonation issues. No one's watching yet. No one's watching live. But if you're watching a replay. Okay. Let's see if the action is the same. I don't think the bridge moved. I was careful. Let's check everything, because the old strings were a little fatigued, right? These are other strings. Where's my feeler gauge set? We have a tiny bit of differential relief in the favorable direction, which is generally a good thing. Okay. I think I want to put a little more relief on the neck. Just more, which means I'll readjust the action. So now we have 5 1/1000ths on the treble side and 6 and 8. No more. 5 1/1000ths on the treble side, 8 1/1000ths on the bass side of relief. Oh, I have a viewer. So a slight differential relief, but when you change the relief, the action changes. But the truss rod adjustment isn't, obviously, the adjustment of the action, right? But it does affect the action. So because it affected the action, now I need to make a minor adjustment on the action, on the bridge height, which I'm doing right here. I had to service this bridge. Nothing was moving on that bridge. The old harmonica bridge with a lot of corrosion on it. But I removed all the corrosion. I'm good with that. So now let's work on the intonation. I'm going to unplug the guitar from the amp and plug it into the audio interface and turn on GarageBand. Oh, I lost the audience of 1. Well, that's all right. GarageBand. Okay, and I need to do this quickly. Turn on the tuner, turn on the sound so you can hear it right here. And then the tuner will be on my monitor right there. The tuner from the audio interface. But I need to put the truss rod cover where it needs to be first, before I forget. Because I'm done with the truss rod adjustments. I did put a spacer on the truss rod nut. Old guitars are like old people. There's always something. You should be hearing this. And let's work on this. So where's my thing here? Okay, now the G. Like I said, I mess with the intonation already a little bit off camera, but by ear only. Just a little touch on the G. We're going to have to lubricate the nut. Okay, I don't want to drive myself crazy. Now the B, that's the problematic, potentially problematic string. So I did have to do a different compensation here. So it's not as bad as I was afraid it would be. So just a little bit it has to move. You know, I preset these saddles just by measuring the fretboard, and I'm so close. And I thought I was going to be noticeably flat, but no. The only issue I'm having, believe it or not, with the GarageBand tuner, which I'm seeing on this screen, it's too accurate. So the needle moves as the pitch is changing, as the string is vibrating. So it doesn't want to commit. But this one is flat for sure. Better. Now the A is going to be flat. I better move it because I see it's flat. Still a little bit flat. Just a tiny touch. Perfect. All right. Now, okay. Let's lay the guitar down. I am gonna lubricate the string slots on the nut, so I can now unplug it from here, plug it back into the amp, turn on the amp if I wish, and let's lubricate the nut. I'm gonna turn off this audio interface and the GarageBand. Quit. I do have a viewer. Look at that. All right. Well, we're finishing up here. This is a live stream. I'm not sure if you're a first-time viewer or veteran viewer. I don't know. Or if you're aware of the fact that this is a live stream. I'm going to lubricate the nut. Yeah, I do need to touch up the string slot on the low E. Because we are using 11s. And I need to do that. Okay, so more fun stuff. It's just basically going to widen the string slot a little bit. And in order to make sure that I don't mess up the bottom, I'm going to draw a line. And now it's a 49 string gauge, so that's a 50. So I need to widen it a little bit, and I'm not going to make it any deeper because otherwise we might have tuning stability issues. I can hit it at the back end a little bit. In fact, that would be a good thing. And I want it just wider at the top, which is why I'm doing this. And I'm starting to hit the bottom at the back end. I want it kind of open at the back. The nut is some kind of man-made material, and I don't know how slippery it is. Oh, look at that. It's shredding here. So now I think I know what I was seeing when I was cleaning up the nut shelf. So we have these shreds, and that I don't like what I'm seeing at all. Right here. Now I know this is some kind of composite material. I guess they used it in the 70s. I don't know. That's why this nut has that pattern. And it's probably not very slippery, which is why it is really a good idea to lubricate it, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to lube the nut. But now I do recommend to change the nut. So I'll talk to the customer. In fact, I do want to take a picture of this shred thing. So why don't I zoom in and throw it on the screen. And now, as I am looking at this right here on the screen, I'm going to take a picture of this for the customer. And then we'll discuss it. In fact, I can take even a close-up of that. Two pictures. Okay, and obviously he can watch the live stream. I did not send him a link now because it's 3, well, it was 3 a.m. when I started. Now it's already 3:30. Okay, lubrication. I forgot to put a link to this thing. Oh, I gotta do this. But it's a Music Nomad Tune It. I already put some here, and now you can see through the microscope. Focus, focus. This lubricant will be applied here. Okay, that's how it works. And now we put the string back. And now you see that the string is moving nicely as I'm tuning it. Okay, and that's what we want to see. Now I wonder about the A string slot. It isn't too wide, too narrow, but obviously we do want to lubricate it. Same thing. It only takes a little bit of lubricant. It's very slippery. Okay. And now we want to move over to the D string slot. Now the D is very low. It's already cut low. And here is the lubricant. Yeah. And I just do the same thing on the G, B, and E, obviously. Where's my winder? But for that, I use a different tip, smaller tip. Here I already put some. I just put it in. And put the string back. I can even do this trick where I put some at the bottom of the string, and now when I tune it, right? You see how the string is moving. Clean up a little bit. B. That's the problematic string slot. The problem is here. Like I said, I don't feel like repeating everything I said in the previous live stream. It's archived, and I need to finish the job. But there is a problem with this string slot. But it didn't turn out to affect the intonation as much as I had feared. And here we have our final string. So on these small strings, we kind of need to flood it and then use the string to spread it. And there you have it. Now we've just lubricated the nut. I am done with this. Just put everything away. I will take one final picture, and tomorrow morning I will text it to the customer. I always do that. I might as well show you what I do. Maybe if you have a shop, you can kind of use the idea. You know, I'm happy if I give you a good idea. If you are a technician, if you have your own shop, yeah. I am very much in favor of sharing ideas and knowledge and skills and all that. That's what made us, that's what benefits society, right? And in fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Just want to put this away before I lose it. It's the truss rod wrench. Okay. So I put my, let me put the tools away. My logo on the screen. Now, if you have a shop, you don't have a screen, you can make a poster of your logo or something, company logo. So what I do is this. I have my thing here, video thing, and then I put that, hold on, where is it? On that screen, right? And I tidy up my bench. And in my case, I put the camera here. That kind of indicates that I was live streaming. Now, I was using a microscope, so I might as well put it here. Maybe I put the magnifying glass here. And now I take a picture. and what works for me is a 16:9 format. So this camera is now in the way, so we want to maybe reposition it. What am I doing? That's it. Okay, so now what do I have here? I have a picture that I'll be sending to my customer, in this case in the morning. Normally I just send it right away. I text it. Here you go. So it shows the customer's guitar, the workbench, with a camera here, and the microscope, and my logo. So now the customer receives a text with this, and I said the guitar is done, you can pick it up, blah, 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 thank you very much. And now this gives every customer the chance to show this picture to friends and say, oh, look, I had my guitar set up at this place. It's called, you see, Guitar Quackery. And I was able to watch a live stream. You know, that camera is a reminder that there was a live stream. And, you know, the microscope is an interesting thing to talk about as well. So that's automatically a business card they have in their text message. So other technicians who don't have a screen, whatever, they can just put a poster and do the same thing. Just take a picture of the guitar and text it to the customer. And automatically that's a business card. That didn't cost any money to send. Kind of. All right. I need to do just a little more end cleaning of the guitar, polishing. Honestly, I'll do that right now off camera maybe. Well, I do have 2 viewers. I feel bad walking away now. But it's nothing. I'm using the Music Nomad a guitar detailer. And I am just making sure the guitar is clean. It's a bit of a relic, but it's old, right? So it's been cleaned before, I can tell. But it's nitro, so it's also been neglected a little bit, and sometimes the skin, nitro reacts to the skin, and in some places it becomes kind of almost sticky. One thing that I like to do actually on necks is where's my phone now? Okay, I have the switcher on my phone. On guitar necks is to use this product. This is a Music Nomad guitar wax, it's called. What it is, actually it's carnauba wax, okay? And I just put a little bit on the neck. And then I spread it with a towel, a paper towel, and hold on, I need to have this ready. This is the Fender microfiber cloth. So this is how I do it. I spread it, and this makes the neck really nice and slippery. Sometimes I do the whole guitar with this. Depends on the guitar and on the finish. And now you buff it. Don't remove all of it. Oh, this is nice and slippery now, right? And put this here so you can even do the whole guitar with this. I mean, it really doesn't do much to the rest of the guitar usually, but on the neck you can feel it when you play, right? Like that. Very, very thin layer. Okay. A thicker layer does nothing because you just need to remove the wax anyway. I really mostly use it for the neck, to be honest with you. But even that does a nice, you know, it's a nice touch. And that thing, by the way, is for cleaning like this, right? So I also use it here to hold the tailpiece when I'm restringing a Gibson guitar. And you can also clean the pickups. So this is a good thing. And this, obviously, it's just a brush. Yeah, so I'll just clean it up a little more. I need to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. All right, 2 people watching. Watch boy. Thanks for generosity of information. Appreciate your sentiment on elevation of society via knowledge sharing. Yeah. I mean, that's how we all benefit. I want all of the other repair technicians to be top-notch, because that is good for the business, right? For my trade. So a used car dealer has the reputation, right? So I don't want guitar techs to have any kind of reputation like that. And I have nothing against used car dealers, right? But we all know the reputation, right? I want repair technicians to have a good reputation. And to be honest, a lot of us are sharing knowledge with each other. And there is this fantastic group called the Looth Group. L-O-O-T-H, Looth. It's on Patreon. I am a member of that. And you can join that. There's a fee, but it's well worth it. And you can hang out on Zoom all day long. People log on and off. Now, I haven't been doing it in a while because I'm really busy. And to be honest with you, it does distract me from my work a little bit. But yeah, we share ideas and knowledge. It's called the Looth Group, L-O-O-T-H Group on Patreon. Check it out. Ian Davlin is the founder, I believe, right? The main guy. And then he's got, I don't want to say it wrong. I think a partner or partners, or maybe they are just high-ranking members. I don't really know. I never asked. But Doug Proper, I think, might be a partner. And then there's Dan Earlywine. He logs on. And many other really good, cool people. So, yeah, you should definitely check it out. Now I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm not going to work on that bass tonight. It's too late. Yeah, it's almost 4 a.m. I was really trying to avoid another late night like this, but that's just what happens. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and hope to see you soon. You can click that like button. You can buy me a coffee. There's a link to buy me a coffee if you wish. You don't have to. But that's it. All right, so I am going to close it for the night. Thank you again. Bye-bye.